it play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to the showcase video for some Gamemat.eu gaming mats. So if you want to buy any of these that you see, just go to Gamemat.eu. I've had some people ask, hey, if you are doing a sponsored video, you got to say it's a sponsored video. But these aren't technically sponsored videos. They just send us some product, and we show it off, and we use it in our battle reports. They send it for free, and we do this for free. So I just wanted you to know exactly how that relationship works. Gamemat has been awesome. They sent us a lot of good stuff, and we've appreciated it. So I'm going to show 3 mats that they sent us. These are all available to purchase on their website right now, Gamemat.eu. The first one is this Super Bright Winter Realms mat, and it's got these really neat fantasy-esque cobblestone roads, and then these large open areas of just your typical kind of snow mixed with blue and brown. The camera is having a hard time because of how bright it is, so it's dimming it a lot. But these are very snowish type mats, so they'll work really well for anything that you want to do in a snow kind of themed. It's I wouldn't say ruined necessarily, but it could definitely work as a ruined snow theme because you've got so much covered. But that could just be because it's been a recent snowstorm, so you could use it for either a ruined board or something fully intact. It could totally work in fantasy settings, or in steampunk settings, or in futuristic settings as well, as you can see right here. The next one is this Imperial Base mat. It is a bluish mat that really focuses on, well, I guess more like a base kind of thing. It's hard to describe these things because they're just mats meant to have terrain put on top of it. So you got things like pipes and large open areas for your buildings. So it's definitely structured so you can stick buildings in certain areas, or cranes or crates or whatever, whereas this looks more like an open area, but it has a lot of flexibility so you can really design the terrain the way you want. Not as restrictive as some mats that have like roads and things, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just can make it hard to have a diversity in terrain sometimes. So there's lots of detail here, corrugate, or the kind of the bolts and hatches. Obviously this is meant, like, this looks like it should be able to open and there'd be stuff underneath it. So Imperial Base, obviously meant to be more a science fiction kind of feel. Maybe you could find a use for it in a steampunk kind of environment. Doesn't look like it would really work in a fantasy environment though. So this is a 6x4 mat for the Imperial Base. Once again, available on Gamemat.eu. I'll put links in the video description below as well. The last mat is a Wasteland mat, which is exactly that. I'm not sure how I can describe it for more than a few seconds, which doesn't really need it. It is a wasteland. It is dried up, broken up sand and rock, and lots and lots of patterns and designs in here, but very free form for placing buildings. So like I said, some mats are more specific where you need to place buildings, and others are more free form. They each have their advantage. Obviously the ones that are more specific, when you get your buildings on it, it looks really cool. But the ones that are more free form allow you to have a lot more options for what you do. So obviously, because this one is very generic, it'll work in any gaming system where you need this type of mat for. So it could be fantasy, science fiction, obviously post-apocalyptic. If you're playing that, then this mat works really well for that. It's not desert, really. It's more just that dried mud kind of look that you see. Like it was wet at one point, and then it all dried out. Now this is the last mat we're going to be showing, so I just want to talk about the mats themselves, just in case you're not familiar with these types of mats. It's the same material that you get with your mouse pads. So it's got this rubber back so it doesn't slip. Like, this will not slide along here. It is totally waterproof. You could spill your drink on it and it's not a problem. It's also crease resistant, so I could leave something heavy on here and you would see a tiny bit of a crease, but once you've basically laid it out for a little while, then that crease mostly disappears. You can wreck them, of course, but we haven't managed to, and we've been using these types of mats for a few years now, and none of them have actually taken any damage. And so I can say for sure that these things will last much longer than your typical tables that you would build. And they have the advantage of just rolling up. Like you can see, I just rolled them up and put them right there. And we hang them using big long rods and then just some brackets on the wall. So they're very good quality, and there's a lot of variety at Gamemat's online store. They have a ton of other mats, and I think we have most of them in multiple copies. And they have 6x4s, they've got 4x4s, they've got some 3x3s, they got some special edition mats. Just go check it out. Gamemat.eu, definitely highly recommended for your gaming mat needs. Thanks for watching. Happy wargaming.